Hi guys, Chris here again. So what are we learning today? We are learning completing the square. So we're learning completing the square. Okay, now completing the square will always be like this: ax plus b squared plus c. Okay, where what? The minimum, or let me not use minimum. So let me use where the stationary points, okay, stationary points are minus b and c. So whatever is in the bracket, we take the opposite sign and we'll get our x stationary point, and our c will just be like that. Okay, now there are three methods I'm going to do. Okay, all these questions I will try and do them, and if I don't finish, I expect you to try the method I'm going to use. So the first method is, if you were told to use if it's a calculator paper, you don't need to waste any time. So I'm going to go to my calculator. So I have recommended the one to buy from beginning. So if you have the FX 991 class widths, okay, the white one or the pink one or the black one, it must be 991. I always recommend the 991 EX, or this is my go-to. If you don't see that, you should buy the CW 991 CW. They are almost of the same. But if you have any other one, this works. When we come to other aspects of maths, we'll see why others don't work. So I'm going to type the first one. You should know that. So my quadratic equation for the first one is 2. My a is 2. This is 11. This is 5, right? I don't need my roots. I need my minimum. I need my minimum. So for number 1, the calculator is telling me my minimum is minus 2.75, x minimum. And my y minimum is, remember, these are minimum. My minimum. The minimum is minus 10.125. Okay, remember, I don't need the answer. The calculator gives me the answer. I need to be smart to know what to write. So what am I going to write? I'm going to write x plus 2.75 squared plus, okay, let me minus, because the other one is minus. So this is squared minus 10.25. Because there's a 2 here, I'm going to put a 2 here. This is my completing the square. As simple as possible. As simple as you can get. Okay, so in exam, you just need to rub off this. But if they ask you, you write down. So I hope you understand what we are doing now. So let's say number 2. So if I take my time, I don't think I will finish all these questions in maybe 10 to 15 minutes. Because I'm explaining, it takes me time. So let's do number 2. Number 2 is 3, 11. So 3x squared plus 11x plus 6 is equal to 0. All right? Remember, I'm not trying to solve. I'm completing the square. So let's go again. So this is 3. This is 3. This is 11. This is 6. Okay? So what do I get? I don't need x1. I don't need x2. We'll come there. So now, your calculator should be able to give you fraction. So my x minimum is minus 11 by 6. My y minimum is minus 49 over 12. How does this help us? What do I say we should do? So we do x plus, we always change the sign for this guy. It's very important you remember, because calculator gives me the x value. So I just change the sign. So x is 11 by 6 squared minus 49 by 2. What do? I take this 3, I just put it here. So this is my completing the square. Making sense? I believe it should make sense to you. Now let's see number 3. Number 3 is 672. So we're doing number 3 there. So I'll just put it here. So 6, 7, 2. So my x minimum is negative 2 by 3. My y minimum is 1 by 2, negative 1 by 2. How does this help me? So what do? I do x plus, because I need to change the sign for only this, 2 by 3 squared. I write the other one like that, minus 1 by 2. What do? Number 3, there's a 6. I just put a 6 here. So this is my answer. This is my answer. This is my answer. I hope it's making sense. So this is what I expect you to do if you were told to use calculator in exam. So just do all of that, then you use calculator to solve whatever you want. So let's do some more. Let me find the tricky one and do the tricky one. So you do the same thing for number 3, number 4, number 5. Let me look for a tricky one. Now, if we look at so the same thing you have to do. Let's look at number 22. Number 22. Number 22 says 1 over 2y squared plus 3y plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, I just do the same thing. My a is 0.5. This is 3. This is 1. Boom. So what do I get? I don't need x1. I don't need x2. I need minimum. So the calculator tells me my minimum, x minimum is negative 3. My y minimum is negative 7 by 2. What do? X minus, so this will be plus. I need to change the sign. Don't forget, change the sign of this squared minus 7 by 2. What do? I need to write this half. So here's 1 by 2. That is my answer. This is my completing the square for number 22. Okay, now let's look for another tricky one. Let's look for another tricky one. So let's see number 23. 23. Let's see number 23. So number 23 we are doing. So 23 says 2 minus x minus 6x squared. 2 minus. Okay, now be very careful when it is not arranged in the order we want. Be very, very careful. Okay, so first thing, if it is, okay, I'm going to do when it is not equal to 0. Okay, because I'm not trying to solve. Okay, now this is what you should do. You should rearrange it to be minus 6x squared minus x plus 2. So it's not equal to 0. Let's not, so that, because this is what you get in exam. So what do I do from here? Same thing. I come to this place. I put minus 6, minus 6, minus 1, 2. Okay, I don't need x1, I don't need x2. I need this. Now, this is a maximum. It doesn't change anything. So my x max is negative 1 by 12. My y max is 49 by 24. The same thing I will do. X plus 1 by 12 squared plus 49 by 24. What do? I put minus 6 here. This is my answer. This is my answer to this question. Okay, So the same thing I want you to do for example. Again, you can only use this method when you have a calculator. Others we will see manually. Okay, there are 3 methods I always recommend for completing the square. This is my number 1 go-to. The second one, we will see it. Okay, so I'll just do one more before we conclude this class. So let me find one tricky one. I think that by now all should be easy, right? So let's see number 33. So 10 minus x minus 3x squared. Okay, let's see number 33. So 33 says 10 minus x minus 3x squared. Let's remove the 0. Let's just remove the 0 so that it makes our life easy. Okay, what do we do? Remember I told you you must rearrange it. It's fine if you don't rearrange, but if you don't understand, just make it ax squared plus bx plus c plus 10. Okay, now I go to my calculator. So I go to my calculator. So this is minus 3, 1, sorry, minus 3, minus 1, minus 1, 10. I don't need x1, I don't need x2, I need my minimum. So my x minimum is minus 1 by 6. My y minimum is 121 over 12. So what do I do? So x plus 1 by 6 squared plus 121 over 12. What is the last thing we need to do? Boom, we put 3 here. So this is my answer. So if you are told to use calculator, in 1 minute you should get your answer. Okay, so I expect you type the answers to this in your comment section, or you can take a pic, do it in your notebook, try them. That is the only way you will be perfect. Again, we are not solving quadratic here. We are just what? Completing this square. We are completing this square. So before I sign out, I'll do number 29. So 36 minus 17 minus 35. So I'm just saying the equation. So number 29, 36 minus 17x minus 35. Let's remove the equal to 0. We can put it, but we're just completing this square. We are not solving. So I come to my calculator. 36 minus 17 minus 35. What do I get? My x minimum is minus 7 by 9. My y minimum is what? 5 by 4. Good. What do we do? X plus 7 by 9 squared plus 5 by 4. One thing is left. 36 here. So this is my answer. So I hope you understood what we have done. So this is how you complete the square with a calculator. This is how we complete the square with a calculator. All right, guys, take care of yourself and bye.